Hi guys, Dajahao. Welcome back for a follow-up on my episode 16 hybrid builds video. Just for reference, when I talk about hybrid builds, I'm referring to splitting up a set weapon combination. For example, Nameless Spear, Nameless Sword. This is a weapon set or a martial school, and Heavenquake Spear and Strategic Sword are another one. In this video, we are combining Nameless Sword with Strategic Sword to make a custom or hybrid build, and then looking at a sample rotation. Exploring hybrid builds seems to be the most popular topic that I've covered in terms of questions and comments, at least. And I did receive a request to look at this combination and also to showcase what I think are my favorite hybrid builds. I think my favorite hybrid build overall would be the easy starter build that I talked about in my episode 13 video, which covers Nameless Sword and Healing Fan as a starting option. But my second favorite is this combo for sure. The reason being is that it's just so tempting to combine weapons that have been really OP for so long. This build was very popular in China in early 2025, a few months after the game came out, but gradually declined in popularity, I think due to tunings. People still play it though, especially in PvP. So I would say that it has a very established track record of viability among the many options of hybrid builds. Some of them work well, some of them don't. Also, the two respective martial schools involved here for the Nameless and the Strategic sets are like cousins, if you will, in that they both share the same elemental damage, and they both have the blue icons indicating that close relationship. I used to think that this build was all offense and no defense, but now that I've played around with it a bit, I think that the defense is really the incredible mobility that is built into this combination with all of the extra forward and backwards dashes offered by the two weapons. I've only experimented with this set for a few hours and I haven't leveled up the weapon skills, but I think the skill ceiling is actually really high. This because of all the repositioning that comes along with the crazy mobility. And also stamina management is probably complicated for this build. The playstyle, at least the way I've seen it portrayed on Bilibili, often includes a mystical art called Qi Long Hui Ma, which roughly translates as ride the dragon and return on the horse. Pretty cool name. This is like a charging attack with a reverse stab, and it also debuffs healing on the target. So I'll include that at the end, but note that it's optional. All right, let's take a quick look at the actual rotation breakdown. It's pretty basic. You start with the Nameless Sword and you roll through your cooldowns. You switch to the Strategic Sword, and you can see all the details here, but I think it makes sense to actually see it. So let's check it out first at normal speed and then at half speed. Keep in mind that there's a lot of creativity for variations in this, and this is just my take on it. I've actually seen people do it the opposite way, where they start with the Strategic Sword and then they use the charging attacks to get behind the opponent, and then they use the Nameless Sword charge attacks from behind the opponent, particularly in like boss fights. All right, slow motion, easier to follow, I hope. You can imagine how annoying this could be in PvP, to have someone jumping in and out like that. It's like death by a thousand cuts, sort of. And I've seen this used pretty often in PvP with kind of varying results. It's easy to end up in the wrong place sometimes, but if you're good with the micro positioning, I think it can be really strong. There's that closer with the mystical art. All right, guys. Hope you had fun checking this out. Might be an interesting hybrid combination for you, especially if you're into PvP, a real classic in the arena. So see you next time. Thanks for watching.